You're shedding, Lily. You won't let me put the fur pulling stick on you to brush you. So I guess we're just gonna have to let it run its course. Yeah? Okay, I got work to do. And then when I'm done working, I'll bring you in the house. Yeah, you act like it's the end of the world, but it's not. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back out here doing more burning. And as usual, as soon as I light the fire, the wind pops up. Not too bad, probably 10 miles an hour like when we burned it before. If you'll notice, I got another pile there. And what that is there was about a 75-foot tree right here. You can see the size of these. It was bigger than them, but it was dead. Yeah, everything else budded out and it's got leaves, and this one did not. So I cut that down the other day, got it all bucked up, thrown in a pile. And now what we're doing is just raking up what's left. I still got quite a bit to burn in here. That I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. It's pretty close. I might wait till I see a good rain and set that on fire and let it burn down in the rain. I don't know. But what I've been doing is going through with my brush cutter and my mower and getting all the little nubs like that. It's like I go through here, I come back, and they're all right back where, you know, they grew back. But we're getting it now. You can start seeing it green up in here. So it's becoming part of the yard. It's going to look nice. Now, there's no grass in here, but there will be. I think it's too late to put some grass seed down. I might spread some. Don't know. We're just getting the last of this burn up. Something knocked my string line down. So I don't have my string line up anymore. The one across the back is still there. It's just a work in progress. You got to keep at it. And of course, I still got to get to this before it gets too hot. And I got to get all them shingles picked up. Get in here and just... I already started pulling rocks. I'll show you what I did with those in a minute. There's just a lot of rocks in here that need to be picked up. And that's what I've been doing. Although it may not look like it. Going through here, picking up rocks, bringing that cart through here. Yeah, it's going to take a couple of years to get this the way I want it. And what I need to do here, I guess, is put me some logs around here and burn this stump out. So I can get this old heavy-duty fence picked up. Because it is in there. You can't get it out. I also came around, I cut down, I don't know why I missed that one. Don't know why. Cut down all the bigger stumps that were sticking up. So it's starting to take shape. Again, this is where I want to put probably a 16 by 40 or 16 by 48 shop. I'm thinking right in here. I'm hoping that's going to be towards fall. When I pull the trigger on that, we'll have to see. Not guaranteeing or promising nothing, but I've definitely got one in the future. So, and it's got to be a big one. I mean, that's 10 by 20. That's not near enough, but it's good enough for a laser shop, but not for a wood shop, metal shop, whatever we need to do with a shop. All right, let's go in here. I'm gonna show you the next project. I know, 50 projects that ain't finished, and I'm starting a new one, but not really. Not really starting a new one, just finishing an old one. All right, I'll meet you in there. Okay, you guys, I'll meet you in there. Go on. All right, Lily, I'm coming in. I'm going to show them. She's excited. Well, hello, Miss Melly. Yeah, you just chilling out under the dog port? Yeah, on the rug. I got to get the blower out here and clean this rug off for you guys. All right, I went in there and got to editing. And I'm like, man, I didn't show them what I was doing with all them rocks I was picking up. So I'm loading them in the cart. And what I plan to do is get a bunch more ties. I'm going to build a short retaining wall here, probably about from here to that tree. And I'm just filling in with these rocks. I got to do something with them. And then I'll probably get some soil later and just pour over the top of all them rocks. Just using these as fill. And it'll give it good drainage too. So I'll get some, you know, once I'm up probably about this high, then I'll come and fill this in with dirt. Once I got all them rocks, I'll fill it in with more dirt. And then we'll create something in here. Don't know. So an outdoor patio. What do you think, Telly? An outdoor patio, a doggy-o. Can we make it a doggy-o, a shady place you guys can get in? Maybe with an outside air conditioner? I don't know. The sky's the limit. I'll put out some voting papers. You guys can let me know. So that's what I'm doing with them for now, because that hill's useless. Water just pours down that hill, and we just try to level it out. And then that's kind of look nice having a wall here, and we can do something in here, maybe a future garden. I never said I gave up gardening totally. I don't have no use for tomatoes or a lot of the stuff. Chickens like that, but as I lose more weight, I'll probably add some of that back sparingly. So, all right, that's what we're doing, and these will be gone soon. Man, it's just the list keeps getting bigger. I'm gonna show them what our plans are, okay? Let's get some light on in here. We can't see nothing. Okay, guys. As you know, this is the dog apartment. This is where Waldo and Lily, where I built them a little climate-controlled room to come in out of the summer heat, out of the winter cold. They got an air conditioner. I've got heaters in here, fans. They even got a TV, and they even got a washer and dryer whenever they feel like washing their fur. But dogs are terrible. They don't do laundry. You just can't teach them. So what we're going to do, starting next week, probably Tuesday, I'm heading to, well, not Tuesday, we got bad storms, maybe Monday. I'm going to rip down all this, what do you call it, Smart Shield insulation. It served its purpose for the last few years, but it's just not. Here's the issue. Here is the issue. When Lily is in here with me in the daytime, I've got to cool this room too in the summer. Actually, I've had this on low. We've opened the door and it has cooled this room in here down very well. But in the summer when it's 100 degrees, I don't think it's going to. So I'm going to get a 10,000 BTU AC and put it in that window. And we shouldn't even need to run this. But if we do, it's there. But we shouldn't even, if I'm in here, if I have this door open during the day, she's in here. Or she's in the cabin with me if Rooster's outside. But when it's 100 degrees, 90 degrees, Rooster don't want to be outside. And I'm not going to let her be outside. So that's what we're going to do. But I have to insulate this a lot better than what it is. I ordered a doggy door. It has triple magnetic rubber, whatchamacallits. It's a store-bought doggy door. It's going to be better than that. It's taller. That is about 16 inches. It's going to be 18.5 inches. And I will frame that in. But we're going to get regular rolled insulation, put it in the walls all the way across. Take all this out. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that. I'm not going to waste it. I may just push it back up in there. Just added insulation. I don't know if that's going to cause an issue or not. Also, up in here, as you can see, I've got this plastic, and the reason for that is that ceiling goes way up there. I'm going to frame this ceiling straight across. There's no need to heat up in there. And then I'm going to cut a hole up here and put a vent. So, because the heat rises, it needs to be able to escape. So this is going to be like a little storage area. You won't see this. I'll have a couple of those lights in here. We're going to sheetrock this, and I'm not saying when I'm going to do that. Probably going to go ahead and insulate it first, get it good and insulated, and then the floor. Let me go a little history on this floor, guys. If you haven't been watching my channel long, what this was back right here, that this little room's built on. This foundation was hand poured, who knows, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. And as you can see, it's horrible. It's uneven. It's jagged. It's just terrible. In here, not so bad. This was a laundry room. If I could find a clip, I will put it right here. This used to be a laundry room. I tore it down. I originally made this into a screened patio. Okay. Then I changed my mind, said I want to make this a year-round room. Well, it wasn't really built, the way I framed it wasn't really built to be a year-round room. So I'm going to have to do some work. We're having some issues with water coming in. I know why. We're going to fix that. But that's why things are built the way they are. There's a deck above here and a roof above this. So all that, well, let me take you out and show you. Okay, because some of you may not know. So what I did, this was originally the screen patio. Didn't have any windows, it just had screen. And up here, for the loft for the cabin, there is a big porch out here. And then under here, there's a metal roof. And the issue is everything here is low. Water is seeping up. The reason the water is seeping up is because I did not build the frame on top of the foundation. I had poles. There's a pole, there's a pole, there's a pole. I framed on the pole, so actually the framing is just suspended. And there's gravel and stuff down there. So what I need to do now is dig all this out, take all these bags out of here, dig all this out. I'm going to get a concrete mixer and I'm going to pour some footings underneath in there and put some sort of, you know, protectant between the wood and the concrete and bring that up. That'll cure the problem. Have a short wall, doesn't have to be high, maybe 6 inches. It will cure that issue. So anyway, I built on, this was a hot tub foundation. It was just a lousy poured hot tub. They had a hot tub here. There was no room here. I added this dog apartment. It is not finished on the outside or the inside. Make sure I'm not burning. So we're going to finish it. You guys are going, the old timers on the channel are going, sure, he ain't finishing it. He don't finish nothing. All right. This room is 99.8% finished. Well, I got to paint this yet and trim it out, make it look nice, and then I'll put my barn door on, do a little work up here. That's coming. I'm saving this for the hot months, so I'm being here in the air conditioning doing this. But we're going to go ahead and insulate this, and I may go ahead and sheetrock it. There's a little goofy walls in here, but we'll get it done. So what's going to happen, and I do want the floor. I'm sick of this floor. I'm just going to frame out the floor as a wooden floor. Instead of laying the 2x4s the long ways up, I'm going to lay them flat. I'll put something down along the concrete where the wood hits it. Because this is where, it'll be even with what we got there. And then just get 4x8 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood and make a nice level floor. Now, that means I gotta haul that stupid thing back out. Yeah. Get a treadmill. It's gonna be a great idea. I ain't done nothing but haul that thing around. I gotta find a home for that. And then I gotta unhook the washer dryers, of course. Move it out there. Get my floor done. I think I'll do the insulation first, then do the floor, and then we'll worry about the sheetrocking later. I just want to get these walls nice and even all the way around. Probably go that height there, I don't know. And another reason I don't want the floor too high is because this foundation, I know it's dirty, guys. I got dogs going in and out of here. This foundation's 4 inches higher than this one. So if I add a floor, it's going to be another 2 inches higher. So I may have to put some kind of fill this in. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll cross that bridge when I build it. But the new doggy door is going to be nice. And I have another one of those long, elongated windows like I have in the front of the cabin. I'm going to go ahead and put in here. Probably, I don't know, either over here or right here. That's going to let in some more natural light. And she's going to enjoy that. She'll have a window by her bed. And in that same week when we're doing this, I'm going to build her a new bed. This is a bit high for her to get up in. It doesn't look high, but she's old. She's having hip problems. I'm going to build a wooden frame. I'm going to build it to look like a human bed. And it's even going to have a laser engraving picture of Lily on there. Maybe Waldo. Maybe all her brothers and sisters on there. She's going to have a real looking bed. If If you're wondering why she don't come in the house with me and Rooster, Rooster refuses to get along with Lily, vice versa. Lily just doesn't have time for her. Rooster is too energetic for her. And we had a pretty nasty fight the last time I attempted it. So I'm not going to do that. So, all right. Yeah, another snake. And there's the rest of that tree that I cut down. Now back here, look how much it's grown already. No big deal. I think I have this all picked up good enough where I can bring the mower back here now. That's going to really cut down the work time. But I've kind of just... I don't think I'm going to worry about this summer. I don't think a whole lot's going to grow back. But I may, if we have a good enough day, I may get in there and burn these piles down. But back here, what am I going to do with this, you know? I just don't want a lot of these big trees and stuff growing back. I have not heard from this guy. He said it would be a month, and that's probably been close to 2 or 3 months now. I haven't heard nothing, so I guess whenever he gets time to do it, he does. Still got to burn that. But as you can see, this stuff wastes no time growing back. And yeah, I'm just going to focus on keeping this part of it cleared. And that would be this part here. So we're just going to let these piles that are burning burn down. I'm not going to do any more out here today. You know, 2 or 3 hours, guys, I'm done. That's my max. My feet start hurting, my back starts hurting. I just can't do anymore, especially if picking up rocks and cutting weeds down is involved. But not a fancy video. If you're new to my channel, you know, I don't put out a ton of fancy videos. I do some better than others, but I stay busy. So just a guy trying to make it on his own. And bought this piece of property very cheap, $10,500 11 years ago. I've been working on it ever since. So I thank you guys for watching. It's the never-ending burn piles of the leaves and whatever. But they're each time I come out and work, it gets just a little bit better. And I don't think I made a video, guys, since the leaves were all bloom, all blossomed out. So it's going to be a nice little shady area over here. Ain't going to be too bad. Thanks for watching. Happy trails. Hey, you owe me a like. Thanks, you.